Okay, and we are live. Today is 5th of November, and this is OSRA Daily Scrum. Today it's a bit crowded. Here is whole team from Rose, and Alex, Nick, and me from OSRA team. And let's start from you, Nick.
Sure. So, as I said, I had a pretty busy day today in my day job, and didn't have a lot of time to dedicate to working on OSRA. What I ended up doing was we had a pull request from another developer that had been sitting for a long time. That developer used to be very active, but he has since gotten a very good job, and he spends a lot of time there. So we have to pick up some of the slack. So that pull request
Talking about whom? About Brian?
about Modison.
Modison?
Yeah. So he had a story that was fairly simple. It was about implementing the ability to filter orphans based on gender. That pull request had been sitting in the queue for so long that other pull requests had gotten merged in the meantime, so that his code needed to be rebased on the latest developer code. So I did that today, and once that pull request was rebased, I merged it in, and that functionality is now working.
And
The story.
What is the story?
If you filter by Modism instead of filtering by me, you'll see it. It's in resolved.
Yes.
Probably at the bottom of resolved somewhere. 204, that's it.
Orphan gender filter, okay.
Yeah. And the story that I've been assigned to is about adding. So when the sponsor is being entered into the database, the client wants to add a city that the sponsor is located in, and the developer team had a discussion with the client about the best way to implement it, and this is we've come to sort of an agreement, something for phase 0, and we talked a bit about the future. But for now, I'll be doing it in a fairly simple way. So when I get some more free time, that's what I'll be working on. And that's it for me.
What about these stories in the resolved stage were posted in Google Plus to?
Yes. Yes. So yeah, we communicate with the client through a group that's set up on Google Plus. When we complete a story, we usually put a post in that group with a link to the story with a description of how they can test it. And the client goes and test drives the feature, and then they tell us if they reject it or accept it. Unfortunately, that's been a bit of a bottleneck for us because the client has not always been able to respond very quickly. So we have a number of stories right now sitting in resolved, meaning that their code has been accepted by the developer team and merged in, but the client needs to test it and accept it before we can actually push that code out to production. So I think I need to ping them again, Pavel, because I posted that possibly even before the weekend, and there has been no action.
Yeah. Okay, Alex.
Well, I spent a lot of my time just trying to figure out why refactoring some spec is making it fail. I think I posted the 2 versions of a spec that I do have, and for some reason I can't see why refactoring it makes it fail.
Yeah, Alex, I'm really curious about that. I was thinking that I would actually pull your code, make a clone of it, and work with it on my machine to see what's going on, because based on what I saw, there should be no reason why one version works and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, that's what's puzzling me as well.
Okay.
Otherwise, looking at the amount of time that I've spent just trying to troubleshoot a spec, because the difference is just one line of code, I'm actually tempted to just push it like that.
Yeah, I would suggest doing that. If it's ready and everything is green and the code itself, the functionality is working, then push it as a push that commit to the pull request, and then we can work with it there.
No problem. So I'll be doing that shortly after the meeting there.
Great.
Okay. What else?
I think that's it. Well, that's it for me. I have nothing else.
Let's look at Brian and Craig's tasks. Let's return to the board.
Yeah, I know Brian is working on filtering the display of orphans in the new sponsorship, in the new sponsorship view, and he's
for ordering orphans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can basically sort them and order them in different ways. And he told me today that he has come up with a, in his words, beautiful UI for it.
Yes, where is it? Where is that beautiful UI?
Well, if he was here, I would ask him to show it to us.
Yes, that's why he isn't here.
Well,
he's working on
I also he has shared bits and pieces of it with me in the afternoon, but I was just too busy to review. But as far as I'm concerned,
beautiful.
he's also done with that part.
Did you actually see the UI?
I saw the code because he asked me to just maybe make a review of the code. It looks like he's actually done the part. So I just didn't get enough time to really go through it and objectively make any comments. So I'll probably do that later as well.
Okay.
Okay, so he's working on this. I thought today he should finish because we have one story unassigned about start and end date.
Did Motosuntai take the story about? Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, he did.
Not only take, but also make pull request for it made.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was that first quick one.
Have you seen it? That pull request?
I saw it, but I saw it after Craig had already merged it. But it was very short. It was only part of the functionality.
But it's quite strange. The story is in code review, but subtask about features and specs in progress. How can it be?
Something just got messed up, I expect.
Yeah, because it seems that he first made the functionality and then testing. I don't know.
I think there were some specs in that pull request, so I think it was done right.
Okay.
And I also know that Craig is working on refactoring the orphan importer.
Yeah, but it's indefinite task.
Well, I hope it doesn't become an indefinite task.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, our the good sprint. We need to pick our client.
Yeah.
And show him that down isn't burn enough.
Yeah.
Let me show it.
People from New York, do you have any questions? No. Heads are shaking. Okay.
How do you see heads?
And some of them have cameras turned on.
Only 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Maybe they already sleep. It's just record. Burn down chart. Yeah, this is our burn down chart. doesn't look good.
Yeah, it's not burning down, it's burning up.
Yeah, it's our how to say, our virtue.
Yeah.
Our burn downs are always got up first sprints.
Yeah.
This is our sprint 3. It was sprint 4. Yeah, the same. Okay, well, let's do it another way. Let me see. Alex, Alex from New York. Do you have any questions?
No questions from my end. I kind of wanted to see that beautiful UI, but if he's not here, it's okay.
Well, nobody except that developer knows what it looks like, so the rest of the dev team hasn't seen it yet.
No questions means you understand everything what we are talking about, or you understand nothing, and that's why you don't have questions.
Maybe both.
So,
Well,
understand
guys,
nothing.
don't hesitate if there's anything unclear, by all means.
Well, because the point is you now jumped in, look at how it goes. There are 2 options to do next. Try to participate and ask questions if you're interested in, or just understand how it looks like and go and relax or do whatever you want. Only 2 options. And if you're not asking questions, I understand that you better to go to relax and do what you want. It's okay, but just interesting. Okay. Anyone else? Jojo, Mark? I see only your faces. Sorry, that's why I'm asking you.
All right.
I'm
Nothing
good.
to say. All right.
Been good so far.
Okay, no problem. Then let's call it a day. Thank you everyone to participate. Say hello to Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe see you tomorrow or whatever you want to, whenever you want to.
All right.
Okay. Nick, Alex, what do you think? Where is our guys? What's happened?
I have no idea, Paul. I mean, Brian, he wasn't there last night, and he said that he would
Yes, he
absolutely
wasn't,
be.
but he said me that but he can't make it in time. But he was an hour late. Oh, maybe it's not a good time. I don't know.
Well,
I think we need to address this issue on retrospective because it's not good when most of the team cannot participate.
yeah.
If we need, we can move time of a scrum half an hour later or earlier. I don't know. Maybe later, even better. Okay.
Yeah, where Craig is, I don't know. I haven't seen him at all today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm switching off broadcasting.